It looks like it's leaning a little bit.
It does, a little bit. Matchbook.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I guess because of the...
We'll just lean.
Yeah, we'll just lean.
It out.
Yeah, we'll just lean with it. Yeah. Well, again, are you even in the frame? Well, yeah, so we're using a different camera. So sorry, guys, if the camera
looks like this.
Yeah, it looks all off. Don't really know how to fix that right now. But anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully you guys aren't getting seasick.
Most of it's from the GoPro anyway, so.
Yeah, right, exactly. Most of it's from the GoPro. Anyway, we're gonna get going on with another game. Oh, it's Eric and Tom. In case you guys didn't recognize us. Yeah, hey. Got another game. We do not know the scenario yet. We're just kind of winging it this time a little bit. And I brought my elves.
I'm gonna play Ratkin.
Ooh.
I haven't played him in a while, so I was like, I'll
Alright.
go through a little Ratkin list.
All right, go with some Ratkin.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Straight Ratkin.
This will be our first time seeing them in with Clash of Kings 2022. Did they get a lot of huge buffs or?
Not really. A couple things.
Okay.
They'll be in my army, so.
Well, there you
Couple
go.
Things.
There you go. We're gonna look at that then. Okay, fair enough. I am going to use obviously the King's Champion. He's going to be in this list. You know, they kind of tweak some stuff for the elves, which I like. I can fit a little bit more things in the army.
You play him as unit strength 1 or no?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not going to play him as unit
I
strength
was like, I
1.
don't know how that works.
I saw him on Easy Army that he's no longer unit strength 1, so we'll play him that way.
All right.
This might be kind of like a list that I played at Adepticon. I don't know.
Nice.
Mostly because I have most of my elves already painted and already based and ready to go. And Adepticon's like, 3 months away. So we're starting to get down to the wire there a little bit on it.
Yeah.
So
I'm playing this army because I haven't played him in a while. So that's it.
And
no
it's
reason
always
behind it.
it's always nice to, you know, for
They haven't seen
people
the
to
table,
see.
and I like my rats.
Yeah. Freaking rats.
Rats.
Oh, I hate them. I really hate them. But
It's 8 hordes of shock troops. No, it's not.
I thought
I
you
did
were
that
being
one
serious.
time. That was fun.
Yeah, for you. It was fun for you. Well, this will be interesting then. It'll be interesting to kind of see how they play with Clash of Kings 2022.
Not really a ton of upgrades or anything. Nothing special. Not like the other armies. Our other armies got a lot of cool stuff. Ratkin, not as much.
They were already kind of strong, though.
Yeah.
I think they had their strengths.
They got some interesting combos. So, it's kind of cool.
Okay. No, fair enough. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think. I went over most of my stuff that I had to update on the other video, so I'm trying to think of what else. I will be doing an undead video here hopefully soon in regards to showing what my undead army looks like, all of it, all together.
How many points is it? How many points of undead do you have? If you put everything together.
Gosh. I don't know.
We should do like a mega battle sometime. Like do
We
like
should. That'd be cool.
4,000 points aside or
I
something
think
crazy.
I think I have probably around 4,000,
Do you?
maybe a little more. I don't know, because there's so much that I don't use anymore.
Oh, yeah,
So I
that's what
mean,
I'm
just
saying.
adding it all together, that would be
A
crazy.
shit ton. Yeah.
It's got to be around 4,000 points,
Yeah.
easily. But that way, you know, I'm going to answer some questions about the undead. I've had some questions posed to us as far as how we like the undead, what we like about them, what we don't like about them, stuff like that. So I'll go over that at that video. Obviously, we're not going to do it during a video where we're not talking about the undead,
right.
so we won't go over that. But again, we're going to be playing on our newer map that you guys saw from the last battle report. I like it.
I like it.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the lines and stuff. That makes it way better.
So much
Deployment's
easier.
easier. You can see where your objectives are at.
Yep.
You're doing center objective. You don't have to measure anything. You're just like, boop, there's the center objective.
It's
Oh,
super
you're doing
nice.
dominate. There's your circle right there.
Yep.
I really
Occupy.
like it.
You already got everything.
You got your center line, so you cross
Yep.
center line. It makes it way nice.
Got you know where your deployment zone is no matter what.
Yeah,
It's super
you don't have
nice.
to set up dice or anything.
Yep.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's super nice. I like it. So you guys are going to see that. Again, we kind of went over a little bit more in detail what the mat was. It's done through Mats by Mars. We kind of went over that last battle report, but we're going to use the same mat again.
Little shameless plug.
Little shameless plug, you know. Super like the mat though so far.
Yeah,
again,
nice.
We still don't have the newer terrain. Sorry, it's going to take us a little bit before we can get some newer terrain, but it is on our to-do list.
Yeah,
which is just continuing to get longer and longer. You know, we should start a Patreon so that if people want to pay us, we can totally do that, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're not going to do a Patreon. I'm just kidding. Unless you guys want to give us money, but...
A little GoFundMe for ice terrain.
For gaming, GoFundMe, so we can get terrain that all matches our...
cancer kid and stuff. He's like, I got to GoFundMe. And we're like, hey, can we get a GoFundMe for fucking terrain?
You need a kidney?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Donate to us.
Yeah.
Ice terrain.
Don't give them their money for a kidney. We need ice terrain so that everything aesthetically looks really well.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It is aesthetically pleasing.
It's fine. It's like... It's starting to melt, the ice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's like
it's Colorado.
Early spring.
It's Colorado. Which if anybody who's from Colorado, been to Colorado, and you guys understand how our weather patterns work, it could be snowy, like on the ground, and then the sun comes out and everything else melts.
Yeah.
So that could very well, we're playing in Colorado. There we go. Good idea. Good idea. But in all seriousness, though, we will eventually get terrain that actually matches. But for now... It is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our last top 5 videos on magical artifacts.
Yeah,
you guys have not seen them yet, please go back and check that out. And then give us a comment. Let us know if you guys like the lists that we did or if you don't. And also let us know what you guys have as far as ideas for the next top 5 video.
Yeah, definitely we need ideas.
Yes.
Give us ideas for the next top 5.
Yes. We still have a couple of them, but we want to know what you guys want to see for the top 5 videos. And then as far as battle reports, we're starting to get into the kind of grind of, okay, what army do we play next type thing. So if you guys have a suggestion, I can always beg, borrow, and steal one from Juicy if we want to play ogres.
Yeah.
But we've got ogres, we've got elves.
They're probably at your house anyway.
They probably are. Yeah, they probably are. I've got elves, orcs. I can also do Riftforge orcs. I don't have the models yet for all of them, but I can do some proxies. Elves, orcs, Riftforge orcs. I could do Sylvankin possibly, depending on what you guys want.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a while. That'd be something different.
Yeah, maybe something a little different.
They got any buffs? I haven't even looked at Sylvankin.
Yeah, they got some buffs.
Did they?
Yeah, they got some good buffs. A lot of them, it's like what they did is they kind of made like the Gladestalkers.
Oh yeah,
they made them kind of specific for like Twilight Kin, Sylvankin. Yeah,
that's pretty cool though. I like that.
Yeah,
each army a little character and a little difference.
Make them a little bit different.
Yeah,
and then you've got Ratkin.
Abyssal Dwarves, Ratkin Slaves.
Yep, and then I've got Elves, obviously, and then I also have Undead. So we've got probably about, 7 or 8 armies that we could play. So if you guys have a suggestion, let us know what you guys would like to see next. Or if you guys want us to play a certain scenario with certain armies, we could totally do that too.
Definitely.
We're here for
more comments. Lots of comments.
I'm going to get on there and start commenting for the hell of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to comment
comments.
more.
We do pretty good. I watch some other videos and they have like 2 or 3 comments. We have like 13 or 14, so we're doing good. Keep it up.
Yeah,
though.
you guys are awesome, by the way. We love all of our subscribers. The stuff that you guys say sometimes
is some good stuff.
Absolutely awesome.
I like it.
So we super enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So tell people about us if you haven't already. We actually were featured on Death by Dragons.
That was awesome. Heck yeah.
So we got a little shout out. So thank you. We definitely appreciate it. From
subscribers shot up a little bit. So that was cool.
Yeah,
we're at like 330 something. So that's awesome. 400. We're closing. And coming on
400.
400.
But with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with the game here. Again, it's going to be Elves versus Ratkin, 2,300 points.
Yep.
And you guys will see deployment, and we'll go over all of that in just a sec. All right, Tom, what do you got?
We got 2 mutant rat fiends. We got a regiment of tunnel runners.
Okay.
Got 2 shredders. 3 hordes of shock troops. 1 with fire oil. But it means nothing. BSB with loot, because it's BSB with loot.
Because why not?
2 hordes of nightmares and 1 spewer. We're running the formation of spewer, 2 shredders. I think it's like smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, I like it. So you're able to redeploy them.
Redeploy them.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
You definitely.
Spewer gets a ton of extra rolls.
You definitely got some shooting in this list of yours. Obviously I want to keep wanting to call them skewers, but what are they?
Shredders.
Shredders. There you go. You got shredders and spewers.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles. There you go. That's what I got to think about. Yeah, I mean, those things are definitely going to do some damage. The war engines of yours, especially 48-inch range is nice.
Yeah.
Of course, all of them have 48-inch range, but still, they're definitely going to do some damage. You have some speed on your side because I think tunnel runners are chariots, right?
Yep.
So you got some speed over there. Of course, there is a narrow passageway to get through there, but I still think you'll be able to maneuver through, or you can just go through the forest.
Right.
Because I think your Rat Fiends are Strider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not worried at all
about it. No.
And then the block right there in the middle, that's going to suck to try and get through.
Yeah.
I'm sure they all have the plague pots.
Oh, the back unit doesn't.
Back unit does not have plague pots. All right.
I need to cut 25 points to get loot on my BSB.
Fair enough. How much are plague pots? They're 10 points? Or 5 points?
15, I think.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
And then on your other flank, you got plenty of shooting right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it looks good. It's going to be interesting, especially given the scenario. I mean, and given what we're looking at with the terrain and everything. There's a lot of line of sight blocking terrain.
Oh yeah.
But you don't have to worry about that because a lot of your shooting is within relatively close distance.
Yeah.
So if I get to you, I'm in range to get shot.
Yeah.
So
a lot of steady aim, a lot of movement.
And I have enough units where I want them to get to you. Obviously, Palace Guard don't do any good if I don't get to you. So, yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Let's go into the elf deployment. All right, for the elves, I have a regiment of Sea Guard. I have a horde of tall spears with Brew of Strength. Behind that, I have the King's Champion. And I also have a mage with Shroud of the Saint and Heal and Bane Chant. I've got 2 bolt throwers there in the middle. Behind them, I have a regiment of archers. I have a horde of Palace Guard, and I think that is the one with Chant of Hate. And then behind them, I have a mage that has Inspiring Talisman and what is it?
Veil of
Veil of Shadows. Thank you. God, I keep forgetting it. Next to them, I have another horde of Palace Guard with, they have Chalice of Wrath. And then holding down my flank over here, I've got a regiment of Sea Guard kind of hiding behind the obstacle. And then I've got a Elven King with the Shard Blade and Blade of the Beast Slayer. And then I also have my Cav unit of Stormwind Cav. They are the special Stormwind Cav that has the that new upgrade. You can give them the fuzzy navel, the fuzzy navel upgrade as we call it.
Better than Sea Breeze,
which lets them be able to they gain 1 waver and route value, and then they also are nimble. So nice little boost for 25 points. I can only give it on 1. I only take 1 anyway, so I'm okay with it. But yeah, so as far as the board goes, you guys can see it right there. I obviously just kind of sprinkled in my shooting because you were able to redeploy stuff. You have to just kind of balance it out. I mean, I couldn't really go heavy on one side or the other. Obviously, given the way that the terrain is set up, we have the hills in the middle, so we both have to both have to try and use those hills to our advantage, while not giving you too much advantage either. And then also the forests on the sides kind of, make things a little bit difficult as far as our flanking units. Although your flankers have Strider, so that'll definitely help you. Yeah, looks kind of interesting here. So let's go over terrain real quick. Let's see. We have a forest with an obstacle right here. We have a height 2 impassable blocking-ish, which is the stalagmites that are right here. We have a height 2 hill, a height 3 hill, and then our central objective right there. So let's see, and then we have a building right here, which is blocking terrain. And then on the other side, we have another forest right over here. We have another piece of stalagmite thing right over there, which is the same thing. It's height 2 blocking and impassable. And then we have another house over there, which is blocking as well. As far as the scenario goes, the scenario is Salt the Earth, which we have not played that one actually for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
as far as the objectives go, I have 3 objectives. You have 3 objectives. You have 1 in the forest here. You have 1 that your unit is actually on pretty much, but you couldn't set them on top of it because you're broken
in the middle of those 2.
yeah, exactly. They don't actually have the token. They just are on it, kind of, sort of. And then you have 1 over here. I kind of did the same thing, only mine's a little bit more of a straight line. So I have an objective here, which, as you guys will see, sorry, I should pan back so you can see where it is. It is right outside of my deployment zone. And then I have another objective right on my deployment zone line, which is right under my bolt throwers there. And then I have another objective. Wow, what do you know? Right here, right next to it. So if we're able to hold all of our objectives, then that means that this one right here in the center is going to be the most important. That's right, yes. Yeah. So with Salt the Earth, we can choose to burn objectives, which is super, super nice. Or you can hang on to it, and it becomes an objective.
If you burn it, it means nothing. It's done.
Yep, it's done. It's toast. Yeah. At the end of every turn, you have the option. At the end of your turn, you have the option to burn. The only one that cannot be burned is the one in the center. These objective markers cannot be picked up because they're objective markers. They have to be 3 inches away from blocking terrain and 12 inches away from each other. And let's see, they're not loot counters, so you can't pick them up. So whoever has control of them at the end of the game, and it has to be a unit that is able to control them. Individuals and war engines do not count. What else?
He's going to try and make me get over there, and he's got to come over here. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to come dominate.
I think it's going to turn into dominate as well. You have a good amount of speed, especially on your right flank.
That's an issue.
Yeah. Given the way my army list is set up, I can't counter 2 sides with speed.
Yeah,
I can do 1, but then my other is obviously phalanx counter, which phalanx against your monstrous doesn't do anything. And against chariots doesn't do anything. So that'll be an interesting matchup just to kind of see if I'm able to hold off or how I'm going to do things over here against your rat fiends and all those jerks that are coming along that side there. And then you kind of did, I don't want to say you did the opposite because you kind of did like a lot of shooting on this side.
Refused flank is what I was going
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, Tom, explain to people that may not know what a refused flank is. What are you talking about?
Flank is where you push in and you got a super fast, heavy flank where you push in. And a refused flank is where you kind of stationary. So it's kind of like a swinging door is what I would think of a refused flank.
Yep. And so that's kind of what I'm going to hopefully do over here, actually, is hold back as much as I can and hold here and make you come to me. See if I can pepper you with some shots. Now, when I say some, I mean I'm talking 12 shots. So it's obviously not going to do a whole lot. And then maybe counter with something. So, yes, a refused flank is a good tactic. Yeah, swinging door. It's it worked during the Civil War a lot. It still works to this day. It's a good tactic if you guys know how to do it. It's just that the big thing about the swinging door is, and it doesn't really work too much in this game just because I think both of our centers are strong enough. The problem with swinging doors is if somebody goes right for the middle and tries to cut it, like instead of
swinging door for sure.
Yeah. So with the swinging door, if you didn't have this strong of a center, and if I didn't want to hit your side that you're trying to refuse the flank, I can avoid your refused flank and avoid, hopefully, if it's done right, can avoid the flank too. But because your center has a lot of strength, I really don't want to do that.
It's a tough one.
So
can we come across?
Yeah,
it's gonna be a stalemate right here for a second.
It's gonna be
2 or 3 turns.
it's gonna be bloody. I foresee it being very bloody. But yeah, let's go ahead and find out what happens, guys. We're gonna go into turn 1. And let's see, who has top turn? You have top turn, right?
I have top turn.
And I have. Turn. That's right. I gave you top turn, so I am going to go bottom of turn. And let's go into turn 1. All right. So end of turn 1.
End of turn 1. A little more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, there was more shooting than we thought, huh? You shot with your shredders. There we go.
Turtles.
You did 7 wounds on my tall spears, which is pretty freaking good, man.
I got 3 back, so it's 4, I think.
I was able to heal 3 back, so they got 4 wounds sticking on them.
Did a couple wounds over there.
Yeah, I shot. I gotta say, my shooting actually was pretty good. I did. Yeah, I did a couple wounds. I did a couple wounds on your tunnel runners.
Yep.
I did a wound on your these guys. The tunnel. That's right. That's right. The tunnel runners. I did a couple wounds on them. Did a wound on your rat fiend, like over the river through the woods.
Yeah, that was a bank
from
shot,
grandmother's house. Did one wound, and you're gonna radiance of life it back.
Over there.
That one dude was like, "I got this."
I got that.
Let's see what else. What else? You were gonna shoot me this turn. Oh crap! That's right.
Oh.
Can I do my Veil of Shadows that I forgot to?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So it's 4 dice, Veil of Shadows, 6-inch bubble. Does not go off. Look at that. 3 ones and a 3.
I don't think it's Veil of Shadows.
It's Veil of Shadows on her. So it becomes an aura. It becomes stealthy aura from her. Yeah.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
So she becomes stealth. With Veil of Shadows, she's granted the stealthy aura. So anything within 6 inches is stealthy. But I failed it, guys. That sucks. So he is going to get to shoot a lot this next turn, and I get to weather the storm.
New thing, or is that a whole thing?
Veil of Shadows,
Veil of Shadows,
or the new way that it is, because I'm just going off of what it is in this current edition, or at least what the Clash of Kings said. Let's see what else. I don't think you shot anywhere else. Oh, I shot over here with my Sea Guard and did a respectable 1 wound, which you're going to heal back. I rolled a lot of 6s. I'm not going to lie. I rolled a lot of 6s. Except for that roll right there when I rolled 3 1s and a 3. But other than that, I rolled a lot of 6s. So yeah, unfortunately, failed my Veil of Shadows row. So that's going to suck. They're going to get shot up a little bit. But yeah, we're going to go into turn 2. Exciting turn 1. Nobody's dead yet. Everybody's starting to take some shots, though.
Yeah.
And starting to put some wounds. So we'll see how this continues into turn 2. And we'll check with you guys here in just a sec. End of 2?
End of 2.
End of 2. End of 2, and let's see. We have first blood.
Yeah, you killed something.
I killed something first.
That's surprising.
That's unusual. Mostly because you actually failed something, so I was able to I was able to do it. But let's see. In your turn, you moved up pretty aggressively on this flank over here.
Yeah, I was trying to push the flank, the swinging door.
Yep, trying to do it, man. So on your right flank, my left flank, you moved up pretty aggressively. You move those chariots into range, which obviously you have to. Yeah. It's either you're going to charge me or I'm going to charge you.
That was a good move, blocking the charge. I was surprised.
You've taught me at this point
off guard, but
that it's
you're going to die. So
and that's the thing. Yeah. Well, the other thing too is that being back where I was, if you'd have charged me and you'd blown through me, then you'd have been in my flank too. Yeah. So this way, I keep you in front of me. Is it maybe only for a turn? Probably, but at least it keeps you. Yes, exactly. Yeah. It delays the turn, gets us into turn 3, which might be good for you, might be good for me. I don't know, depends on how your shooting does. So I charged into your chariots there, trying to slow down. It's pretty much a speed bump. Let's put it this way.
What it is.
It's a speed bump at this point. I'm trying to slow down this whole side. I did a couple of wounds. I think you're up to like 4 wounds. Obviously not enough to do anything, but at least slowed you down. You did a couple wounds on my tall spears, not as good as the first turn. Yeah, I healed most of them back.
Most of them, I think you actually plus.
I think I'm actually at 2 wounds now. Yeah. So I'm feeling okay. As long as I keep up that, I'll be all right. Yeah. I moved them up to where I can threaten your one rat fiend, but to where your other rat fiend does not have the range on me because I don't want to get multied. Because that would suck.
Blocking the way, speed bumping it.
Yep, sure. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
It was good.
Let's see. In the middle, everything shot at your one horde. Yeah. I did like 5 wounds.
5 wounds is pretty good.
So that's not bad.
Bolt throwers are a little whiffly, but
yeah, you never know with bolt throwers. Yeah. If anything, they're going to slow you down for at least a turn, or they might not. I don't know. We're going to see. And then over on this side, you shot at me. You kind of whiffed on your shooting a little bit with your nightmares, and you did 6 wounds. And I think you rolled like a 13. for the nerve. Or not, you roll a 13.
Man, hot dog. But you, that's what I needed. That's what I needed.
I think you rolled like a 7, so you got a 13. And I was close. Yeah, and I was able to fend you off. And then I trip charged pretty much. I mean, not all the same unit, but I charged one unit into your spewer.
Shredder.
See? Now you're messing it up. So I charged into your spewer, and then I double charged my dude with Blade of the Beast Slayer into your horde, and then also my my cav there too. Luckily, I rolled lights out onto hit because he has the shard blade, and then I rolled 3 1s to wound, which funny. Sucked. The one thing that I can't boost is 3 1s. Luckily, though, my Stormwind came back in and was able to do enough.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Thank God. Sure. Thank God. So they are gone now. So now we're actually looking at it in your terms. I am 3 to your 2 over here.
Yeah.
So, but there again, your 2 is also a horde and then a monster, and my 3 is a regiment and then a wounded cav unit, and then so 2 regiments and an individual. Yep. So I still like your quality over my quantity. But anyway, yeah, I was a little shocked over there too. I thought you were going to shoot me down.
Yeah.
And you weren't able to, which is just absolutely crazy. But I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
I'll take it. It's way too early in the game to try and figure out what either one of us is going to do. We are both leaving loot counters. Neither one of us wants to burn. Neither one of us wants to burn them. So there's one right there that you.
That one, I was like, I don't know, I'm in trouble over there.
And then I left this one too. We both are leaving our loot counters, and we're just like, I don't know about that. You know what? We're just gonna play this game and see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's where we are. So we're going to go into turn 3.
Yeah,
top of 3. And I have a feeling that you're going to whoop up on me here. Like bad.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be some action.
Let's see what happens going into turn 3.
Very close.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. So end of turn 3. And I'm trying to think. I think I've lost. Have I lost anything yet? No, I haven't lost anything yet. That's
one unit. You've lost 0 units.
And we just
pretty good for us.
We just keep putting wounds on stuff, man. We just keep putting wounds on stuff, which is actually kind of cool. So, see what we got here. You charged into one of my war engines. Yeah. Or was that done last time?
No, it was this turn.
Was it this turn?
Killed that one.
You obliterated my war engine. Yeah. My other war engine was so scared that he whiffed. Tried to hit you.
I think it did 1 wound, didn't it?
No, all the wounding was from my archers back here.
Archers.
Yeah. So he shot in there, totally whiffed, and then my archers backpedaled. And he had popped his plague pots, so they were stealthy.
Yeah.
And I think I did like 2 wounds actually, still with that. So I needed 6s, 10 shots. Still did 2 wounds, which I thought was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, I backed up with my units, trying to keep you in front of me, trying to also not give you the advantage of having those guys there, which they're just going to move up a little bit and still have the advantage. But, and then over here, you charged in and you whiffed on your nerve roll.
Super bad.
You rolled double 1s, sir. I think you did.
No, I did double 1. 6 wounds.
You did 6 wounds. So 14, 16?
14, 16, nice.
But then rolling double 1s, man, your chariot's stuck right there. Yeah. So you charged in with your Rat Fiend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you did a respectable, I think you did 7 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a good amount of wounds. And then I multied. Yeah, I healed 2 back, and then I multied.
Oh yeah.
Multi-charged into you because I wanted to see how my King's Champion would do.
Super hot.
Oh, super hot! I did like 16 or 17 wounds. I mean, it got you right up to your route value. Didn't even have to roll the King's Champion.
Yeah.
But still, that was pretty cool. Let's see. I think, and then I shot you, did a couple wounds there, and then over here. You charged. You did a nice little corkscrew charge. Hit my my Stormwind Cav and did just enough to waver them.
Yeah,
which is fine. Yeah, you needed that. Which sucks for me.
If they had been alive, they'd have been all. Oof.
Yeah.
In trouble.
Yeah, which sucks for me, but it is what it is. I then charged in with my Elven King and did all 5 wounds, which was nice. And then I charged in over here. Well, actually, I counter-charged back into your nightmares with my Sea Guard.
I didn't do a single wound.
Against who?
These guys? When I charged
They're right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did 5 wounds.
Okay. I was like, oh my god. Right?
You just couldn't see it because it looked like it was under there. No, you did 5 wounds. So I'm barely holding on to this flank, man. It's just it's on life support right now, man.
I didn't do a single wound. What
no, you definitely did do some wounds. I'm on life support over here on this side, but we're keeping each other busy.
Yeah.
And then
nothing's dying.
Nothing is dying.
Action, though,
nothing is nothing is dying.
A lot of crazy action.
It's like a really good action movie from the 80s where like everybody's hip firing and nobody's dying, but everybody's it's going really well. So that is turn 3, guys. We are going to go into turn 4, and we're going to see what happens there. Alrighty, turn 4 was not very good for me. Although I only lost 2 regiments, but it wasn't good because I had 3 nerve rolls, rolling 3, which sucked.
You didn't do anything back, so it's like you came in, did like kill a couple units.
I did take out your one middle unit, your throwaway unit there in the middle.
Tried to sacrifice it,
but so. Anyway, let's go into what we got here. You finally got through my Sea Guard, which was good. You also charged into my King's Champion, tried to overrun, kill him, then roll into this unit of Tall Spears. That part did not work. But you're shooting from these guys. Oh my god, man. You did 7 wounds. That's ridiculous. So each one of those is 4 shots, D3?
4 shots, D3.
Wow, that's crazy. So anyway, he did a lot of wounds there. He actually, and then because they're shattering, he actually wavered my unit of Tall Spears, which sucks because I would have totally charged into something and killed them.
Yeah.
But no.
A good move.
Yeah. So, and then I was only able to heal like 2 back, so they are sitting on 12 wounds, which is not good for me. Pretty much a stiff breeze is probably going to kill them. He's just a large monster, right? Or what is he? A monster? A Titan?
Titan monster.
Okay. So, yeah, that sucks there. I charged into your chariots. I did some wounds. I did some work. Got them up to 9 wounds and then rolled a 3 on their nerve. And then I rolled a 3 on the nerve here after doing a shit ton of wounds. And luckily it was still, I had to add a max. So you still died. Yeah, thank God. Because I was like, are you kidding me right now? And then over here you killed my Sea Guard. And then I did another, I think I did like another couple, 3 wounds or whatever on you. And then I rolled a 3 on your nerve, surprisingly. But you were unable to take them off the board still, which is hilarious. Yeah. Hilarious. At least for me, it's hilarious.
They've done nothing, but they're holding.
Well, they helped kill the 1 unit. So they did something. And now they're just sitting there holding you up, which is funny, even though it's sad for me. Still kind of funny, but sad. So anyway, that is what happened turn 4. As you guys can see, my army is definitely getting smaller. Hopefully I can do something here. I don't know what. Hopefully I can do something. I mean, this middle, you now have 2 hordes. I have my 1 horde, and then I have my regiment of archers behind them. Go Archers!
Go Archers!
Being strong. None of us have burned any of the loot counters, so there is still a shit ton of loot counters here.
Yeah.
Probably what Tom's going to do.
It's gonna be close.
Probably what Tom's going to do here and what I would do here is you are going to move up to the middle, then you're going to move back to that, so that way you have 2 objectives. And then unless you can run through my archers, I think I could probably hold that objective with two units.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because here's the problem. What you're gonna do is you're gonna flank me.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
That's definitely coming. And there was no way to get around that, just because if I turn too much one way, then you're gonna flank me there, or you're gonna flank me there. So it's the lesser of 2 evils. Yeah. So you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
You see what's coming.
Oh yeah, no, I totally see what's coming. It's gonna hurt bad. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Well, let's go into turn 5. Yeah, turn 5. Let's do it. We're almost done. Whew.
That's close.
Bottom of 5. I think I successfully evened the odds a little bit on this one, but it still is just nasty. So much stuff has died. So much stuff has died, guys. End of turn 5. Let me see here. You shot off my my tall spears. You shot them, killed them completely. You rolled amazing with your 2 little stupid freaking artillery guys and completely shot them off the board. That sucked. You flanked, like I said, into my palace guard.
Yeah,
luckily,
shit ton of wounds.
You did 13 wounds because I healed some back there.
Yeah.
And so you did a shit ton. Wasn't able to rout him though, so I was able to come back, counter back, and kill him. Yeah. Which is nice. So I'm sitting there with a shit ton of wounds on me. Let's see. What else? Over here, you finally killed my Sea Guard.
Finally.
Right? No, not Sea Guard. I'm sorry. Stormwind Cav.
Yeah.
After being wavered for 2 turns. Yeah. You finally killed them. And then you wavered my Elven King dude. So I'm sure he's really happy about that. Speaking of which, I think that's his. 7 wounds, I think sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
So you'll probably kill them, and which is fine. I think I might be able to kill you. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, we are gonna. That'll obviously be coming up this next turn. And then I tried to shoot at your dudes here. Could not even do a wound. You have 9 wounds on this fucking chariot, and I couldn't even do one. Just one. That's all I asked for is just one. So right now, as it sits, you can move and get one objective. You can move, get another objective, and then it kind of depends on what happens with him. With what happens with the chariots over here. What else? And then obviously it matters what happens over here. Because right now I'm holding one objective. And then if I take this one out, I'll hold 2. Or if I take you out over here, then I can hold that objective. So I'll have 2, and then you'll have 2. So then it matters kind of what happens here.
Third one. It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close. I'm not gonna lie. At the end of, at the end of your turn, which was top of 5. I was like, fuck, I'm screwed. I was able to kill what I needed to kill, so I'm okay. I'm hanging on.
Back.
I've got some wounds, though, which isn't good. So you have an interesting dilemma here. Because do you shoot at my archer regiment, right? Which you can easily kill them off. Yeah. Like, I don't see any problem with that. Do you shoot at them, kill them off? Because I don't think you have the ability to charge them.
No.
Yeah, no charging there. So do you shoot them, or do you shoot them? Because they already have wounds on them.
I know, right?
That is fucking tough.
Yeah, it's a tough
that is tough, and I don't know which one I would do either. I don't know. I have no idea. As much as that sucks, I really don't know.
I know.
So let's go into our next turn here, and turn 6. So now we got to play because the game might end. So now we both kind of have to position and maneuver and do what we're going to do, and see what happens there. Right. Going into turn 6, guys. Hopefully you guys are watching. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, we lost some of our turn 6, turn 7 footage, but pretty much what you can see from this camera angle is what's left on the board going into turn 6. I ended up shooting off his tunnel runners on the left side of the board and moved over with my archers to grab that objective. I moved backwards and was able to get out of his charge arc with the middle unit of my palace guard, and then I was able to take out his large infantry unit that was up in the right hand corner and hold that objective. So I ended up having, by the end of 7, I ended up having 3 objectives to Tom's 2 objectives. All right, guys. Well, we unfortunately the GoPro died midway through turn 7.
Oh, did it?
But there was literally one thing that happened turn 7, and that was your war machines that had been on fire.
Yeah, couldn't hit nothing
the whole game. Yeah. 0 hits.
Nothing.
Oh, so that is an elf.
8 shots, nothing.
That is an elf victory for me.
Yeah.
Because I was worried, man. I was worried. If you'd have shot me off there, it'd have been a draw. And like you said, if you would have burned the objectives beforehand, then you'd have been good.
Bad play. Turn 6, I could have won the game.
Yeah.
Just bad play.
Yeah. And that's the hard part about Salt the Earth, is that do you burn them?
I would have died, so I was like, burn them.
Might as well should have burned them, yeah.
The fact that you could burn them.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I mean, that's tough. That is a really, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
But
for knowing the rules. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's victory for the Elves. Although I tell you what, there were a couple turns where I was getting my ass beat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. And then you definitely tried at the end on that turn to pull out the win on that one, which that was good. That's a tournament play right there. That was good. When I say that, guys, if you look, I'll probably show this on the GoPro so you guys can see it, but he had actually turned one of his units to hold 2 objectives, and then he was going to try and contest with the other horde. And it was unfortunate, but he was just like an inch shy of being able to contest because you have to be within 3 inches of the marker, and he was just shy.
He was on the hill, but he wasn't on the hill, so kind of wonky there. But
well, I was like, hey man, like I'm trying to move some off the hill. Am I on the hill? And you're like, yeah. So I should have clarified more with you when we talked. I should have made it more apparent what I was trying to do. Because I literally was trying to move them off the hill. It was just one little piece that was on it. I'm like, are they off the hill? Like, I can't see you. You can't see me, right? But again, I should have made it more apparent. Yeah. So, so I got the one objective over here, got the one with my archers, and then the one back there. So 3-2. Dude, that Ratkin list, man, it's got some fucking shooting in it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I mean, the shooting is just absolutely. Those guys,
they're actually the hell pretty gross.
Oh my God, those things are
shredders are nasty.
They literally are.
I was like, I don't know if they're gonna be that great. They actually did pretty good.
Man, those things are just nasty.
Yeah.
You took out my tall spears. You took out what else? There's like 2 or 3 things you took out with them. I thought you still lit up my tall spears. I mean, you did what? Maybe I don't know, 5 or 6 wounds. Maybe a little more in combat. Everything else you did by shooting them.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that helped me is eventually, last part of the game, I turned my Palace Guard over here and came over and had to support. Because I started thinking about it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. He's got to hold 2 objectives. So he's not going to commit both.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, duh. All right, well, cool. The objectives are, in essence, going to at least hold one of your hordes back because you had nothing else to support back here.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, and obviously I'm talking like this and you guys can't necessarily see everything. But Tom had 2 hordes to my 1 horde. And obviously he outnumbered me. So I was feeling like, oh, crap, I got to keep my other Palace Guard horde there just in case he comes off the hill. But then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. He's got to hold 2 objectives. He's not going to overextend himself unless he knows that he can take me out with 1 horde.
Yeah.
And the Palace Guard are bastards. So you respected them, which was nice. I appreciate that. And you were able to hold. You still held 2, though, with 1 horde and was doing that. So, yeah. Good game, man.
Oh yeah.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah.
Good for, this list you threw together in like 20 minutes?
Right. Right before I came over, I was like, I'll throw this together.
And
we'll see how it goes.
And it was a slugfest the whole time.
I should have won the game, like 3 or 4 different moves. So it was just bad play by me. That's what cost me the game. Remember the rules of stuff.
Yeah, remember, like Salt the Earth is one of those where you got to remember.
I'm used to objectives and stuff like that, and then just bad play across the table. The chariots over there I should have turned, and then came in and charged.
Yeah,
just a lot of bad plays. Not a great game for me, but
yeah, those fucking chariots, man. Those things are, those things are nasty. They're so nasty. 24 attacks.
Yeah,
and they're a regiment, right?
Yeah, regiment.
Regiment 24 attacks. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know of any other chariot regiments that do 24 attacks.
No, that was crazy.
I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. But, yeah, all right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the battle report.
Yeah.
This one, obviously the GoPro died kind of towards turn 7. And we did not want to really go on, like, as far as, like, doing a whole nother, like, review of, like, 2 moves.
Yeah.
So we just figured we would do the, stop the video or stop the 1 camera angle and just do it this way. So, but yeah, with that being said, we're going to call it a night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.